This video is sponsored by OneFootball, available now on the Apple App Store and the Android Play Store. Follow your favorite teams and get the latest news, videos, fixtures, scores, stats, and more for everything related to football. Link is in the description. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what? I am back. Yes, we're finally back from Liverpool, and so I've got the mic right here, but I don't have one of those professionalist mics on the old shirt, so this is what we're going for. But I thought I'd do this video today to kind of give you my thoughts about the whole, went to Liverpool, PES League deal. Now, I hope you guys did watch it or enjoyed it. I hope I didn't embarrass myself too much. But yeah, just kind of a bit of an update as well as what's going to be coming over the next sort of week or so. So yeah, I went to Liverpool, as you guys are very much aware by now, last Wednesday. I jetted off, and I'll have maybe a few pictures I'll put up. I really didn't have much time to do any kind of a vlog. I'm not much of a vlogger. I feel like a bit of a knob sometimes walking around with a camera out, if I'm being honest. I think people are looking at you like, what is this guy doing? So I never really do the whole vlogging situation, but I'll have some images up for you guys to hopefully take a look at. So last Wednesday I jetted off to Liverpool. Actually only took me about 6.5 hours, the flight time to from Florida to Manchester, which was actually rewind that, which is actually rather quick. 6.5 hours. I was like, wow. The beautiful thing as well was no one was sitting next to me, so I had a lot of free space and time. I had a sweet old lady as well who was like 2 seats down from Hull, so she woke me up a couple of times. I passed out a few times. I'm not going to lie, I was pretty tired. I missed dinner once. Also missed dinner on the way back, so yeah, maybe I do enjoy my sleep a little bit too much. But anyway, I arrived in Manchester. Getting the taxi was a bit of a nightmare. I did have some issues. For some reason, finding taxis for me in in Manchester or any part of the UK, no one seems to like me. But I finally got to my destination. I met up with the players. I saw, Graham Day and Jess. These are people of sort of Jelly Media. Bibby was also there, of course, if you guys know him. The Weathertron, obviously I spoke with him, and I saw Eterito and O'Neill. All the players were there. I didn't really get a chance to speak with all of them, but it was a good bit of fun. The first day I just basically settled in and prepared myself for, broadcast day on the Thursday. So, went to the hotel room, I took a nap, lovely jubbly, and actually, no, as you guys saw on Twitter, I did destroy Tesco's. I decided to go there and buy a lot of chocolate that I will be divulging in and devouring over the next couple of weeks. Got my parents some food as well. She wanted the Christmas pudding, the old mum, as they do. Some mincemeat as well. So we got the foods, lovely jubbly, and we took a nap. So that was day number one. It was pretty standard. Now, woke up Thursday feeling good, feeling fresh. Went downstairs and had a fry up. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the last time I've had proper bacon, it was like 12 years ago. I got down there. Graham Day loves a nice slap-up meal, so he was already raring to go. I had some bacon, some eggs, some sausages, obviously, some beans, a bit of toast, just piling it on. Had some coffee, because I'm a coffee head. So yeah, it was a great breakfast Thursday morning. Brilliant. And then we met up with the rest of the team that finally were there, and we'll have a picture of you guys, or us. I'll have a picture out for you guys to take a look at of sort of everyone that I was working with. And it was a nice team. They're a great bunch of people. They've all got a sense of humor. It was a bit of fun. It was a bit of a laugh. And then obviously we went to the event. Now, it's the first time I've ever done anything like this. I didn't really know what to expect. Yes, I was rather nervous because it's completely different than sitting in your room and your office like this and commentating, in one mic like this. Is very simple. I've done this time and time again. But to be at an event like this, there were some people there. There was a bit of a live audience. And then you've got two massive lights just staring you in the face, proper hot. And then, atop all that, you've got an earpiece, in one ear. You've got the mic in the other. You've got people constantly talking in your other ear whilst you're talking. It was certainly an experience. So the first day was a bit nervy because I didn't know what to expect. What exactly am I going to be doing here? Am I going to make myself look like a complete buffoon? Well, hopefully I didn't, and I ended up enjoying myself and talking about the game, talking about the players, and it was rather fun. But yeah, the big thing for me was just trying to adapt to this totally new situation where, I'm not used to it. I'm not used to having massive lights in my face and people talking, telling you what's happening, what's next, who's doing this, who's doing that. But after the first day, I did start becoming a little bit more accustomed to what exactly we were doing. So the co-op was on the Friday. As you guys know, Broken Silence won it. For those that don't know, that's Eterito's team. And they were pretty dominant. I mean, the only real sort of topsy-turvy match they had was against O'Neill, the Dutchman. He was using Hombre as a rather, different approach this year. No one's ever really used them. And of course, being the Danish league is fully licensed in PES this year, they could use them. Any team that was licensed, you're allowed to use in PES League. You can't use the fake teams, obviously, for licensing issues. So pretty much everyone, as you guys know, was using Arsenal. The reason being is because the likes of Aubameyang is a very good player when it comes to stat balancing. Now, this is the difference. Let me tell you this much right now. I mean, being honest with you, I didn't know a whole lot about PES League. Being there this time, seeing the players, seeing how they play, knowing the ins and outs of it all, you learn stuff you didn't know before. So, stat balancing was one thing I wasn't too sure about. But basically, what it does to make it fair for everyone, no matter what team they choose, they increase or decrease, and I did say this on the stream, the players accordingly. So, someone like Aubameyang up against someone from Hombre up top, who's maybe a 65, and Aubameyang's, an 88 or an 89. Stat-wise, they change them so that they're even. But, obviously, if you pick a bigger player, that's not going to change. I mean, if you pick a tall player, he's tall. If you pick a small player, he's small. That's why someone like Lionel Messi is not as effective in something like PES League because of the stat balancing. And this is the reason, and I did speak to O'Neill at the sort of the players' party at the end of this, of why he chose Hombre, because they are bottom of the Danish league. But they have massive players. I mean, they have 6 or 7 players that are 190 centimeters each. He said he picked them because they were the only team really that were capable of stopping the likes of Arsenal, PSG, Liverpool. And he was unlucky. He went out to Venom. Venom actually was very, very good this tournament. Very surprising as well. He's a very passionate player, and you saw that on the stream, him screaming and shouting when he scored. And I mean, Eterito in the end was just too good for anyone. But O'Neill, he didn't do bad with Hombre. I mean, he showed his class, and maybe people will start picking different teams for this reason. But I did play a match before the stream started on Saturday, the 1v1. I was playing against Bibby. I'm not going to slag Bibby off, but he only had like 1 shot against me. I had about 9, Mr. Bibby, but I didn't score, so that was irrelevant. But playing with stat balancing, oh my word, it is totally different. And I know people always go on and on and on, right, about how people play on level support 2 or level support 3. I know, I'm not a fan of it. But trust me, when you have stat balancing on, even playing with the higher support, it is very difficult to break through. Because you can't just give it to like Aubameyang and expect him to plow his way through because he's got absolutely blistering pace. It doesn't work that way. And I think this is what a lot of people don't see when it comes to the streams. Now, it's a question of really should they... I mean, it is still a debate. Should they keep stat balancing in? Because it sort of makes everyone play as the same team. Or should they get rid of it? And then maybe we'll see a bit of a mixture on variety of players and teams that people choose. I don't know. It's still a toss-up. But trust me, when you've got stat balancing coming into play, it makes a massive difference. And it really, when I played Bibby, it showed me that the likes of Eterito, how good these players really are. They are exceptional. I mean, they really are. It's a different kettle of fish. When you're playing against them, they're making constant runs, constant movement off the ball. If you watch the stream, and I said it as well, no one ever really shoots from outside the box. It is all quick tick-attack of football in amongst the 18-yard box. We saw a couple of times that people were using manual goalkeeping. I'm not a fan of manual keeping, and it never really works for me, and I don't really think anyone used it that well, in the regional finals. I mean, I think I saw it maybe once or twice where they got it right. Other than that, it's really hard this year to pull off manual keeping because you have to actually press circle or whatever it is to make the save as well. So yeah, just being there this year, seeing the players, seeing how they play, knowing the ins and outs in it all, or ins and outs of it all, it was different. It was different. I now have a different kind of consensus about the whole thing, and I understand it more now than I have done before. But it was great to be there. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So Friday was obviously the co-op. Saturday was the 1v1. I got told by my brother that my legs were too wide when I was sitting on the couch. So I closed them. I made sure I closed my legs a little bit more, and they said I was maybe a little bit too lax, but I was just trying to be me, I guess. But anyway, I enjoyed myself. I had great fun. So I came back Sunday, flew. It was like an over 9-hour flight coming back. Crazy. 6.5 hours to get there, 9 hours to get back, because we went around Canada and New York, and I don't know, they came back a really weird way, but finally got home, and here I am, back, ready to do videos for you guys. So I hope you did enjoy the PES League. Bit of action. It was fun to be part of. I met some great people, and I think everyone did their part. I think they really did. And I think the setup was just brilliantly done. There was no confusion about what was happening. I think there were minor hiccups at one stage. There was this really loud noise going on, like, I don't know what was happening. I think someone went too close to the mic, but that was probably the only real issue throughout the whole stream. So they did a really good job, considering these streams are, 5, 6, 7 hours long. It was tiring. It were long days. I mean, you've got those lights blaring into your face. It is hot, and it makes you want to sleep. But apart from that, I did have fun. Anyway, we're back now, and yes, Data Pack 3 has been released. Unfortunately, once again, what happens here is the PC version takes a complete dump, and they have to redo a lot of the option files. The one I'm using is not going to work, and I haven't really got time to sit here right now and go through it all, so I'm hoping they update this within the next day or two, because what I want to be putting out there is obviously a Data Pack 3 kind of review. Check out the gameplay. They were using, by the way, the PES League, they were using the latest Data Pack, so a lot of these players had to sit down and learn it again. I think I've just realized, am I looking in the right place? I thought I was looking at the camera there. Maybe it's there. I don't know. I'm just looking at myself. But yeah, a lot of these players were using Data Pack 3. So yeah, they were using the latest gameplay patch or tweak. I haven't played it. I don't know exactly 100% the changes, but I'm going to play against the AI over the next few days once the option file's sorted and put out some sort of a review. Test it for you guys. We're also hopefully going to be showing a couple more mods. I know Evo Switcher 3.0 came out with a lot of stuff for you guys to check out on the PC. I think the Emirates released as well while I was gone. That's the thing. I haven't been able to check what's been going on because I've been in Liverpool for the last 4 days. I've been missing stuff. So give me a couple of days, guys, to get back into the swing of things. We'll keep the Master League going as well, of course, because I'm enjoying that. We're starting to pick up the tempo a little bit more. But that's ultimately what's going to be coming over the next week. Reviewing content, getting it out there. If you guys want to see anything, let me know in the comments below. I do hope you guys did enjoy PES League and got a chance to see me in action. And I wasn't too bad. I tried. I really did. But it's different as well. I'll tell you this much. The hardest thing for me was this. I'm normally at home commentating on these matches. It's just me, no one else. But over there, obviously, you have two of you commentating. Sort of got a commentator and a co-commentator and an analysis guy. And it's difficult because being this my real first event, I didn't want to just be talking. I could have spoke a lot more. I decided I didn't want to go a little bit too crazy, so I sat back a little bit and said, all right, I'll let you do the commentating and bring me in every now and then. That was the hardest part for me, was trying to do it with someone else, and not sort of step on their toes. There was always going to be a little bit of, crossing going on within, one person's talking, then they talk over the, top of each other. But I think we did all right, ultimately. But that was the hardest thing for me, was just trying to do it with two people, because I'm used to commentating and just talking nonsense. by myself. So there we have it. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts below. We will continue with what we have normally going on my channel and keep plowing through it. Lots of fun stuff to talk about and see how this rest of this Manchester United Master League sort of pans out. What I will do maybe after this Manchester United playthrough's done, I may use a more refined patch, maybe PTE, and then restart a Master League with someone else. I don't know. I'm still, thinking about the options for the future. So, yeah, once again, let me know your opinions, guys. I'm always intrigued to see what you have to say. We'll be back shortly. And that is pretty much PES League. I enjoyed myself. It was great fun. It's good to be back, though, because actually saying that, Florida is quite nippy right now. But yeah, it's nice to be back in the warm-ish type of weather. But yeah, Liverpool is a nice place, I have to say. Apart from being by the river, it was very, very windy. But apart from that, it was enjoyable. And I hopefully will be back maybe for the second regionals, the world finals. We'll have to wait and see, depending on how I did. We'll be back shortly. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, of course, hit that like button and subscribe for your daily dose of PES. Take care.